Hey guys, welcome to Code Bandit. Today we'll see database backup utility, how this software can be used for SQL SQL Server database backup, and it can be used in production environment to take the backup of your database. And there is also a facility to send email. This service will send email automatically to all the recipient that you have added in the mail configuration. And this software is completely open source. You can use it. There is a source code for the software which is also open source, so you can see the link in the description to download the setup of this software and to download the complete solution of this software, which is built in Microsoft Visual Studio 2013. So let's move towards the database backup utility. So this is the link for the download of the software. It is just a 2.71 MB. The link is given in the description. Please download the software. Now for a time we have already downloaded the software. So here you can see, just double click it, yes, and install it wherever you want. So the software is installed and click finish. Now you can see that we have got here an icon on the desktop, database backup utility. So double click on it, and this is our basic software. Right now we'll just see the screens how it looks when we go to backup settings. So this is all the settings that we have to provide to start our service. This is the server credentials. So server name, user ID and password. You need to write the name of server which you from which you have to take backup. So these are all the credentials, and then the backup location. Set the location. Now the location may be on your drive, on your PC or on the network. So just provide the location, and when you click on select database, the database list will be shown from this server. So just select the database which you have to apply for the backup, and then here is the backup time. Provide the time, backup time, which is in 24 hours. Just take care of it, and at that particular time backup will be taken. And here you can see the weekdays. So F stands for full backup and D stands for differential backup. So choose the type of backup that you wish to apply for on each day. And if you want to apply a password to that backup, to the zip file, so you can just click this and enter the password that you want. So this is the basic backup settings. Now let's move towards the second tab, that is mail setting. Now as I said previously that there is a feature to provide that sends mail to the recipient regarding the status of backup, whether it is successful or not, and on which location the backup is taken. So what you need to do is you need to add a recipient here to which you wish to send the backup. Now in most of the cases here will be the recipient, the admin email will be entered here, and in most of the companies the project manager or the tester's email ID is mentioned here. Just add, you can add a multiple email. You need to type here and click on add. This list will be populated accordingly. And mail from, now this is the mail from which you wish to send the mail, so that mail should be written here. Password of that particular mail. Host, if you're using Gmail, then it is smtp.gmail.com, and accordingly depending on your provider. The port number, the outgoing provider, and whether it requires SSL or not, true or false. So we'll see how is it to be configured in detail later on. We are just doing the overview. Now let's move to the third tab, that is the backup logs. Now whenever the backup is taken, the log is maintained. So you can just select the month of which you have to see the backup, and accordingly the backup logs of that particular months will be shown. Moving on to dashboard. Now there are just two functionality here: database backup service, which is stopped, and forgot zip password. Now make sure that whenever you save the settings for the first time, this service, the status here should be running. Now we have not configured, so it is stopped, so it's completely fine. But later on when we save and when we start taking backup, when we save the configuration, this here it should be running. And if you in future when you forgot the password and if you want to know the password, just click here to send the zip password to your mail. If the mail is configured, if the recipients are added, those recipients will get this mail of password on their particular email ID. So this is it, and clicking on help will provide you the user manual how this is to be used, which will be shown you in this video tutorial. So this is the index. Here you can go through this, and close will close the software. Now very first step when using the software is you need to do the mail setting. That is the first step. So moving to the first step, let's do mail setting. Now I have to send the mail to this ID, so I'll just paste it here and I'll click on add. So this is the mail where I wish to send the status. So every time I should get the status on this particular mail. Now suppose I have to configure the Gmail to send the mail through the service. So my service will be using this ID. So this is the ID which I have provided to the service, and the service will use this Gmail ID to send the mail. And guys, one special notice to you: if you are using Gmail to send the mail, it is very necessary to do a setting. That is, you have to enable the IMAP by visiting your web Gmail. So this is it. This is my Gmail account, online Gmail account, and go here in settings. So if you have a look at this forwarding and pop IMAP and go to IMAP access this section and make sure that it should be enable IMAP. So you can see here access Gmail from other client using IMAP. So other client in this case our data backup your database backup utility will be other client, and we are by selecting enable IMAP we are allowing other client to send mail through this particular email ID, that is MCU Garage or whichever you will be using. So I have already enabled it. Now let's move on further. And one special notice: if you guys don't enable the IMAP, the mail will not be sent at all. So it is very necessary to enable the IMAP. Now let's put the password. Now here you have to enter the password of your particular mail ID which you have entered mail from. So I've entered the password, and for Gmail the host is smtp.gmail.com. So this is the host and port is 587, and this is true. So I've added the recipient. Now let us test this, that whether the mail goes or not. So we have a test button here. Click on test and it is sending test mail. Make sure that you have internet connection working. So guys, as you can see, test mail sent successfully. We have got this message. Now let us see whether we have really got this mail or not. So I have my other account open, that is MCU Garage, the vintage guy, sorry. You can see here the gamer guy vintage. This is the recipient, and the same thing I have added here, this email ID. So if you see, I have got this mail here, test mail database backup utility. You can see here the message: hello user, this is the test mail sent from database backup utility application at this particular date, please do not respond. So now this indicates that our mail configuration is successful. Now what we need to do is save. We have got a message mail settings saved. Okay, back. So if you click on it again, we'll get the same settings. Now we have set our mail successfully. Now let's move towards backup setting, which is the second step. Now it is necessary to enter the server name here. So I'll start my SQL Management Studio to take the server name. So this is my server. I'll just copy this and I'll paste it here. Enter the user ID and let's test the connection. Okay, database connection test successful. Fine. Now let us set the backup location. So I'll set the location, this PC, and I'll go to E, and there's already a folder. So I'll make a new folder, demo backup. So in this location, that is a demo backup, we'll be taking our backup. I'll click OK. So here you can see that E demo backup and the time. So it's now 8:11. So the time that we'll set is 12. So we have set the time. Now let's move towards the selection of database. So click on this select database. All the database that are available on this server will be available on this list. So select this any database that you want. Now for a time I'll select just billing. So this is just a simple database. Click on save. So database backup of this particular selected database will be taken. Now we have set up all the configurations. Now depending on this backup schedule and type, just select the type of database that you want on each weekdays. Now, for a time we'll set all to full. Now let us test. After clicking on test, I should get backup at eDemo backup. Test taking backup at eDemo backup. Okay, backup test backup successful. Fine. Now guys, it is already 8:12. So let us shift our backup time to 8:14 or 8:13, and I'll now, as the backup is successful, we have got the message. I'll click on save. Okay, so the backup settings are saved. Now at 8:13 we should get the backup at that particular location. So let's wait and see for it. And at the same time, if I see backup log, there is no backup log generated, but at 8:13 we should get the backup log as well as the backup at that particular location. So the time is 8:12 now. So guys, it's 8:13, and as per the time that we have set, we should get the backup log and the backup. So let's go for backup logs first. So guys, you can see that the time that we set was 2013, that is 8:13 p.m. We have got a log here. The backup type is full, status is successful, and location. This is the location. Now let's move to that particular location, eDemo backup. So I'll go to eDrive. And demo backup. So as you can see guys, 8:13 is the backup time. You can see here the date 8:13. So we have taken the backup successfully, and we should we are getting a log here. And the second thing is we should also get a mail on the recipient ID. The recipient is this email ID which is already open. So let's go for it and click on inbox. I've got this another mail. If you see here, database backup status mail, the time is 8:13 p.m. Hello user, the following is the database backup status, just billing, which was taken on 16th of July 2013, the time that we have set in the backup. Okay, so we have got a mail of 2013. This is the way the software is implemented, that is database backup utility. And I forgot to show you one thing, that once we click on save, when we configured this settings first time, and in dashboard I said that this service should be running, so you can see here the service is running. So this is how we have seen how to install database backup utility and how to configure the database backup utility. Once you configure the backup settings and the mail setting, the continuous backup will be taken accordingly on that particular day at that particular time. So you can freely use this software in the production environment to take the backup of SQL. And one thing, that it is only used for SQL, Microsoft SQL Server. So thank you guys. Good day. Keep studying, keep enjoying.